Yeah, good morning. So before going to be start the session, do you have any queries from anyone?
Sir, what are the prerequisites for this? Sir? To learn
Yes.
software testing. What are
This
the
is
prerequisites? Prerequisites what required?
so for learning this, the manual testing, we no need to go for any prerequisite. So we should have a degree. That's it. Okay. So the manual testing is very easy. Anyone can learn it and anyone can just apply for the job. For the automation testing, we require this, the basics of CoreJava. So we will discuss in the training level itself. You no need to go for anywhere. Okay. So you have to attend the sessions regularly and you have to understand that, and we will provide the assignments on the daily basis. You have to complete that assignments in the next session. If you have any queries, we can clarify those in the next session. Yes, we will provide the recordings. We'll discuss that one. So we'll provide the soft copy material and we will provide the recordings. You no need to worry on this. If you have missed any session as well, so you can go through the recording and you can, if you not understand, you can ask the queries again in the next session. So we'll provide the recordings, materials, interview questions like that. Okay. So anyone is having any questions? Fine. So if not, so I'll ask some questions. So is it fine? See, the session should be more interactive. So feel free to ask any questions or you can ping in the chat if you have any queries.
Sir,
Okay.
one doubt, sir.
Yeah. Go ahead.
After completion of this course, can I get 3 years of experience in testing?
Yes,
Will I
you
be
can
able to
put
get like
8 years
much
of
knowledge?
experience. You no need to worry on it. So the recordings are provided on a daily basis. So minimum like half an hour you have to spend in a day or 1 hour. That is enough to do the practice. So it's very simple and easy. So I'll explain everything, okay? Some people are fair about that. If I'm putting 3 years, 4 years, I'm getting more work. I need to work on more hours as well. So it's not like that in any company, any person, hardly we are working like 8 hours. So whatever we can do within these 8 hours, we have to complete it. So that also we'll discuss it, okay? So I'll explain from the beginning, just try to understand it. If you have any queries, you can stop me at any time and you can ping the queries in the chat as well, okay? So feel free to ask any questions related to the subject. So this will be very easy. I'll explain the difference. See, in testing side, so we no need to upgrade to any technologies in the middle of the work. Okay, suppose you join as a tester. After 2 months, you have to learn some other tools and you need to move to there like that. So there are no enhancements in the testing side. So it will be constant. If you want to work like a consistently, then the people are choosing this, the testing tools codes. So we'll discuss about that. So basically, why you people are choosing the testing? So may I know the reason? So why we are choosing this, the testing tools codes? So in the market, there are so many courses are there. So for example, assume it, here we have this, the course Java, so or Java. So in order to learn this, complete Java, at least we need to spend this 6 months of time. And for the practical purpose, so we will go for 6 more months. It depends on your performance. It may take 6 months or more than 6 months. So after this 6 months, then we will go for the job trials. How we will perform this, the job trials, you don't know about that. So here I'll explain that. So now here, so you are getting the job after 8 months or 1 year. So to get a job, so basically here we are waiting for 2 years. If I'm going to be learning this courses, 2 years, maybe more than 2 years. It depends on your performance again. So here we have to understand this basically. My screen is visible, right? Fine.
Yes.
So here, so it may be taking that 2 years and more than 2 years. So, but our goal is, suppose if you are going to be waiting for this 2 years, you will fulfill your goals. So mostly that is not possible. So we cannot fulfill our goals if I am getting a job after 2 years. So my intention is I need to get a job within a short period of time. So whenever I need to get the job within a short time, then the most of the people are choosing this, the testing tools, courses, the software testing. So here to get a job, what exactly we required it. So basically, so most of the people are choosing it. So here, in order to learn this, the manual plus automation testing, hardly we need to spend for 2 months. And for the practicals, for the revision, we need to spend 1 month. So total 3 months, we are going to be wasting it. Then the rest of the time will go for the job trials. Then here, so the scope of getting the job will be within a short period is high or more. So that's the reason. So if I'm getting the job within 1 year, then I can fulfill my goals and needs. So that is the reason the most of the people are looking here to learn this testing. And throughout our testing career, if you want to work like a consistently, then people are choosing it. And the testing is very easy. Any people can easily understand and they need to perform it. So within a short period of time, if you want to get a job, the most of the people are learning this courses and they're going to be apply for the job and they will get the job and they will fulfill their needs. So this is a reason the people are choosing it. Some people will say that, sir, I'm not good at coding, so that is the reason I'm looking for these testing tools like that. So that is not the actual reason. So most of the people are looking for this testing tools to get a job within a short period of time. So that is the goal. So for fulfilling their goals within a short period of time, so they need to get a job. So they're going to be learning the testing tools course. So this is about that. So to get a job, so what exactly we required it basically. So what you required it. So any person to get a job, the first thing is here we have to know that the subject knowledge. So we require this subject knowledge and we require this the practical knowledge. So we need that the real time, so the practical knowledge, how the testing will be carried out. In this training, I'll share my entire real time work so with you people, how we are doing the testing in our company. So that is the thing. Then So once you completed this, the subject and practical, the next important one is, so we need to prepare a resume. So here, most of the people are having the confusions for preparation of a resume. So based on the resume only, so we are going to be shortlisted for the interview like that. So here we have to understand that. So basically, how we are going to be getting the jobs. So here, for example, assume it. So there is a company called Infosys. So Infosys got a project. Now this project will start in, so maybe like May. So for this one, so here they are going to be planning the resources, the recruiting the resources. Here they will provide the job description. So these are the skills the people are required it. So they are asking for this, the manual testing and having this, the Jira experience on the Jira tool. We are using a tool for the manual testing. They're asking for Selenium with Java. So these are the skill set are required like that. They posted something, some keywords in that job description. They're asking like test engine. So these are related to the Selenium. So Maven, some Jenkins like that. Now, so while preparing our resume, so for example, I'm not mentioning any keywords. For example, these are not mentioning it. So the HR people will looking into this, the Naukri website, and they're picking this, the resumes having these keywords. So whenever these keywords are matched with the job description, then they will shortlisted your resume and they will make a call to you and they are going to be asking it. So here, so are you looking for any job change? Are you interested to move your career into this testing side or to change the company? So if we are saying that yes, we are interested to apply for this position, then they will schedule one interview. Now, once the interview will be scheduled, again, you have to know that how we are going to be to crack this, the interview. We require this, the interview skills as well. Like we need to crack the interview. So here we are focusing on this, the interview questions as well. So here, focusing on these aspects. To get a job, so basically any person should know these four. So one is like subject knowledge. So in this training, we will take care of the subject knowledge, the practical knowledge, and the resume preparation. So that is a more important one. So I'll explain how we need to place a resume, what are the keywords are maintained it, and then next the interview questions. So this should be required for anyone to fulfill their goals or needs within a short period of time. So this is about that. And most of the people are having the queries. Sir, the opportunities are there for the testing or not. How I will come to know? So my friends have said, so the testing having the less opportunities like that. So just you need to open this, the Naukri website. And here you have to search with this, the QA testing or the software testing. And simply just click on search button. Just see this, the vacancies related to this. See, 4 days ago, they posted it. So like 1 to 4 years, almost like freshers, experienced people, anyone can apply it. So here 2 days ago, they're asking it. So 9 days ago. So like this, there are huge openings, say 1 to 2 years, almost like expressions and experience. So see here 0 to 3 years, 2 days ago. So like that, 3 days ago, see there are huge openings for the testing. So here, that is the reason there is a chance of getting the job within a short period. So here, while we are learning this, the testing tools modes are the software testing. So that's the reason most of the people are learning this one. So it is very easy. See the vacancies, so how they are posting it. There are huge openings for the testing. So this is how we are going to that and understand that and check that whether we are learning this, the testing tools or not. If we are learning it, what is the scope for the job? So to get the job like that. So here you have to understand like that. Then only you can take a collective decision and we are moving to this, learning this, the testing tools course. So this is about that, the basic information. So here you need to focus on these areas. One is like the subject knowledge, focusing on thus the real-time examples, practical knowledge, how we need to do it in the companies, and the resume preparation and the interview questions. Anyone having any questions, you can ask here.
Sir, I have overall 10 years of experience, but out of which around 7 years were into teaching. Uh, but after 7 years, I moved to Wipro. Now I'm working for Wipro for last 1.5 years.
Okay.
Uh, I'm doing a non-technical job now in Wipro. Uh,
Okay.
uh, do you think it would help me if I go with the same 7 years original experience? I mean, first 7 years as a trainer, now the last 1.5 years as technical experience.
No, 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 don't go like that. You have to put 5 years of experience, 5 or 6 years, then you have to apply it. The teaching experience don't consider anything, okay? So they won't
Okay.
need anything. You have to put 4 or 5 years, so recent one, and you have to apply for the job. That's it.
The recent one is 1.5 year experience. Can I go just with only that?
So only 1.5 year also that is not required. Okay, you have a lot of career gap, right? So before that, you have to put 3 years of fake experience, and the current one you have to show it. And there are some internal opportunities, right? You can move there.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'll explain it. First, complete this training, then later we have to focus on that.
Okay. Thank
Okay, fine. So now, so that's the reason. So most of the people are learning this testing tool. So here, so now we are moving on to this subject. So before learning this, the testing, so we have to focus on this, the quality. So basically, what is meant by quality? So why we are going to be learning this concept? So generally, what is meant by quality? The quality is nothing but meeting the customer requirements first time and each and every time in terms of time, cost, security, features, etc. So in simple words, we can say this, the quality is nothing but the customer satisfaction. So here, for example, if we consider this, the mobile one project or one application. So the customer is more interested in making the reels now one customer purchased the mobile. So the priority is like the camera. So because we need to make the reel. So they purchased this the 108 megapixel camera mobile. Now this person will make one reel or take a picture and verifying this, that picture is having this captured all the details or not. For example, this picture is not captured, the camera is not going to be working. So it means what? The mobile is not a quality one. So because it is not satisfying the customer, it is not meeting their requirement. So he want to make the reels. So whenever they're going to be making the reels, the detail should be clearly captured in the video or a picture. But here it is not going to be capturing it. So it means so that mobile is not meeting the customer needs, then we can say it is not a quality one. So here, whenever that the application or a project is meeting this, the customer needs, then we can say it is a quality one. If it is not meeting their customer requirements, then we can say it is a defective one, or we can say simply not a quality one. So here we have to define this. The quality is nothing but meeting the customer requirements first time and each and every time in terms of time, cost, security, features, etc. So here we have to focus on that. So in order to check this, the quality, now we are moving to this, the testing. So why we can go for the testing to check that the quality of an application. So now what is mean by testing? The testing is a process of checking the developed application is going to be meeting the customer requirements or not. So who will develop the applications in the real time? Who develop the softwares? Please, you have to speak out whether it is right or wrong. So
Developing team, developers, software developers.
yes, the developers will develop the software application. Once the application is developed, that application is going to be fulfilling or meeting the customer needs or not. So we have to validate it. We, in the sense, the testing team will validate it whether the software is going to be meeting the customer needs or not. So this is a definition about the testing. So it is very simple and easy. So it is a process of checking the developed software is going to be meeting all the customer needs or not. So this is the way we are defining it. In simple words, we can define that the testing is nothing but checking the application and finding the defects. So we'll see later about this, the defects and everything. So here we have to understand this. So if testing is not going to be performed on any application, what happened it? So we will see now. So basically, as a tester, we should know all these information. So need of testing in present days. So if testing is not performed on any application, so what happened it? So you heard about so many failures. So for example, if we go with this, the ISRO, they're launching some rockets. So those are failing it. And whenever you are purchasing anything in the market, So you are going to be performing this, the testing. So you have to check that whether it is going to be properly working or not. The testing will associate it to the real-time activities we are doing on a daily basis. Same like that, here also we have to do the testing for any application as well. Not only the products we are purchasing it, so the products we are going to be using it. So for example, you are using the phone pay or Google Pay, so you are trying to send the money. So like sometimes, right, you are sending 1 rupee to check that. So because sometimes the server is not working properly at the time, so we are losing our money like that. So now you are testing this, the phone pay applications. That is a software, right? You are testing it. So, but here you have to learn it properly. What exactly we have to test on the phone pay, how we are going to be testing it, what are the techniques, what are the methods, what are the procedure we need to follow it. So that is what we are going to be learning here. The testing is common for any application. So here that also will to be discussed in the coming classes. For example, so one of your friend need to be purchased one bike. For example, Rahul is a customer. So Rahul need to be purchased one project. You need a project like bike. This is the project, and these are the requirements related to their bike. The customer need a bike that should be providing the mileage like 90 kilometers per hour. This is what the customer is expecting it. And 220cc bike and having this the red color short handle like this one. So these are the customer requirements. Okay. Now in the market, there are so many companies are there. For example, you want to purchase this the Pulsar bike. So the company which is developed by this the Pulsar bikes, which company it is? Bajaj is a company. These people are going to be developing this the Pulsar bikes. So here initially we are going to be giving the requirements to the customer. And the company said that, so in order to develop this, we are charging like 80,000 rupees. So at that time, the company is getting the profit like 10,000 rupees in a bike. Basically, so without having the profit, they won't purchase, they won't develop it, right? Now, in this company, once that agreement are completed, giving this, we pay the amount like that. There are some developers, other mechanics. These people are going to be develop the bike. So assume it, they are not testing this bike. They are simply delivering the bike to the customer. So the testing is not performed. They simply deliver to this. Now the customer is going to be receive the bike and customer is going to be using the bike. While the customer is going to be using the bike is going to be giving the mileage like 40 kilometers per hour. So what exactly the customer is expecting here? The customer is expecting like 90 kilometers per hour, but actually it is giving this 40 kilometers per hour. Now the customer is satisfied with the bike. So here the customer won't satisfy with the bike because the customer is not meeting their requirement. So he is expecting like 90 kilometers, but actually it is going to be giving this the 40 kilometers per hour. So here we have to understand that. So we need to focus on this. So if the customer is not satisfied, then what the customer will do now? So what the customer will do? The customer will use the same bike.
He
He will
doesn't
return
go
it back.
with it, he refer it also.
Yes, the customer will give a complaint to the company. So whatever the bike you are going to be delivered to us, it's not meeting my requirements. You have to replace the bike, you need to modify it. So for replacing purpose or modification purpose, charging 20,000. Who will pay this 20,000 rupees money? So who will pay it?
Company.
So the company has to pay this, the 20,000 rupees. The customer won't pay any money. Initially, the customer paid the 80,000 rupees. So here, now what is the loss of the company here? Initially, they get the profit like 10,000. Now they're giving the 20,000. Then they're losing the 10,000 rupees. So for a single bike, they're losing the 10,000 rupees in a day. How many bikes are going to be developed? The millions of bikes are going to be developed. The loss will be like the million crores. If a company is going to be losing that much of money, they're going to be running the business in a proper manner. So they won't run the business. They will shut down the business. So here, in order to avoid this situation, they are recruiting the testers. They will pay some money for the testers. So here, the testers will perform the testing on the bike before going to be delivered to the end user, whether this bike is going to be meeting all the customer requirements or not. So this is the situation. Same like that, the software company people are maintain the testers to test their software applications before going to be delivered to the end user. So see here, in order to stay in the business, to get the profits, to produce the quality product. See, one of your friend, so just face this issue. Next time, if any friend or colleague want to purchase this bike, he immediately said that, so this model is not working fine. So these days, don't purchase this type of bike like that. He immediately give that feedback like a bad feedback on the bike. Now that person will choose another option. So just that company is losing the references. So the money, everything, if they're not maintaining the quality in their applications. So that is the reason all these the software companies are maintain the quality in their application, then they will get the more references, more money, so fame, everything. So that is the reason they are recruiting the testers. Any application developed, that application should be tested. So whenever the development is exist, the testing is also going to be exist. So there is no worries to get the job. So there are more opportunities for the testing side. So here, so for example, if we go with that, the Flipkart application, for example, here today you are going to be purchasing the the mobile here. So once you are logged into this Flipkart and you add the product to the cart and you just completed the payment process. Once you are giving the details, your amount will be deducted, but you are not getting the confirmation message. And You approach to the customer care and they said that wait for 1 day, 24 hours, 2 days, 3 days. Still you are not getting your money and the confirmation of the product. What you will do? You keep on trying to reach out the customers like that only. So it may be resolved after 10 days or 15 days. Finally, you are getting your refund or you are not going to be getting that. So it depends on that, the way you are going to be approaching it. So if any customer is facing an issue within a software or application, next time I won't purchase any product from the Flipkart. So because it is a not a quality one, so then we are losing our money simply, but we are not getting any confirmation message. So this is what we are going to be testing it. So they are testing it, whether the customer is able to purchase it. So once they are giving the card details, amount is deducted, they're getting the confirmation message or not. So they already tested, and once everything is working, then this application should be provided into the live. So if we are facing any issue, that is the reason we won't purchase any application from the any product from the Flipkart. So because if it is the defected one, it is not maintaining the quality, then I will go for the Amazon like that. So the people will have different options. If Flipkart is not maintaining the quality one, the Flipkart will be losing the references, so the profit, so everything. So that is the reason. Here we have to understand that. So we need to focus on that one. This is how we are doing the testing. So going forward, so with a detailed manner, we need to maintain a lot of documentation procedures like that. So this is about that, the need of testing. So here, in order to stay in the business, to get the profits, to produce the quality product, we have to perform testing on any application. So here we have to understand that. So this is about that, the need of testing. Next, we have to focus on that, what to test in any application as a tester. So what to test it. So what to test on any application. So I said that. So here we have to test the Flipkart. We have to test the Amazon. So we have to test this, the Gmail, Snapdeal, any software application. So let us consider here the Gmail. So everyone will understand easily. You know about the Gmail application. So basically, coming to this, the Gmail, having this, the username, password. And the sign in button. So now, as a tester on any application, we are going to be performing this. So we have to test that the functionalities and non-functionalities. So only the thing is here we need to know this some terminology here. I already said that the testing is associated with the day-to-day life, whatever we are doing. Like if you are purchasing anything, so in any company, so any product like refrigerator, TV, mobile, so you are doing the testing whether it is going to be properly working or not like that. So here also same thing we are doing it. So for that, what we have to follow it, what is the procedure, documentation, what are the techniques, that what we are going to be learning here. So it's very simple, just focusing on that. So the functionalities, and the non-functionalities we are going to be testing. So what is meant by the functionalities and what is meant by the non-functionalities? Coming to this, the functionalities. So first we have to focus on this. The username will be treated as one functionality. So here we have to understand that. So basically, we need to focus on this. So this username is functioning correctly or not, working correctly or not, we have to test it. Sir, how we are going to be tested? See, the customer is giving some specifications, some conditions will be given by the customer. The conditions and everything they will share with the testers in the company so that we have to perform it according to the giving conditions. What is a condition given by the customer here? We have to focus on that. So here we need to understand that basically the customer is asking for that. So we have to focus on this. The username should be between that 6 to 40 characters. So whenever we are giving any username while creating it, here you created a wrong one. So here we have to understand this. Whenever I am giving this, the username should have this 6 characters. So here, this is how they're expecting it. Suppose if I am giving 4 characters, the username should not be allowed. It won't accept it. If it is accepting this 4 characters, means it is a defect. So this functionality is not working. So what the customer is expecting it, the username should be minimum of 6 characters, but this is allowing the 4 characters as well. And coming to this, the password is also like one functionality. The password should be like encrypted. So here, whenever I'm entering it, so the password should not be visible, should be encrypted like this. So here we have to understand that. So this is how we have to test the functionalities. The sign in is also one functionality. We have to click on this, the sign in button. So user is able to click on it or not. So like that, we have to test the functionalities in any application. For example, if we go with this, the Flipkart application, so what are the things comes under the functionalities? So here we need to understand this, the functionalities. So we have to understand that. So here, just understand this. The login is one functionality. Became a seller, more cart, just groceries, mobiles, all these are comes under the functionalities. So these functionalities are properly working or not, we have to test it. So even the search is one functionality, search button is also one functionality like that. So for example, if you go with that card, so what is the purpose of the card, whether the card is properly working or not. So we need to understand that. So here we'll have a product. You have to check with this. So I'm adding this product to the cart. So for the future reference, or whenever I have time, I need to go ahead with this. See, whenever we are adding the product to the cart, This will be added to the cart. And here we have so many options, so many functionalities again. See, there is a plus option, it increases this number. And if you want to delete it, you can delete it. See, if you're clicking on this, you're getting a message. Sorry, we don't have any more units of this item. So only one piece will be available. So this is what they're saying it. Suppose I'm adding one more product to the cart. So this is going to be adding to the cart. So here, so because I'm not logged in, so it is asking for the login. See, now there are two products are added. So I want to remove it. This remove is working or not. That is asking it. I want to remove it. Now see, I want to add it. So it is adding this to. If I need to reduce it to one, so it is reducing it. Save it for later, or remove, place an order. So like that. So if you want to add this, the another one here, the production one. So we have to provide it like that. So these are properly working or not, we need to test it. So here we have to understand this. This is how the functionalities are testing it. While testing it, they will give everything for those functionalities related documents. We need to go through the document. We will understand that what need to be tested over there so that we have to test it. So this is about that the functionalities testing on any application. As a tester, we are going to be testing the functionalities. Then moving on to this, the fine. So see here, there is an internet issue. Can you hear me right? So the first one is like a graphical user interface testing. So all these user interfaces are properly working or not. So the look and feel of the application. Coming to this, the GUI testing. So here, the logo is properly visible or not, and it is the search is properly aligned it or not. Alignment sometimes right. So this login will be overlapping like that. So like this, that is cropping that the search button, something like that. And this is what we have to test it. And the background color, the font color, spellings, all these are comes under the GUI testing, graphical user interface testing. So those are properly working or not, we need to test it. Then the second one is like compatibility testing. So what is meant by compatibility? Any idea?
If the site is working in particular browser, convention of browser.
Yes, good. Thank you. So coming to this compatibility for this software, we have to focus on this browser compatibility and the operating system compatibility. So the developed Flipkart application is opening in the Chrome browser. It is also opening in the Edge browser, Internet Explorer, Opera, Safari, like that. And also here we have to focus on this. This developed application is working on the different operating systems like the Windows, Linux, and the Mac. So here we have to understand it. So this is how we have to focus on this, the compatibility testing. Then the security testing. Coming to this, the security. So here I already said that the password will be in a secure manner. So that is encrypted or not. The CVV for the credit cards or debit cards, that is also going to be encrypted or not. So whenever they're asking any conditions, the security ones, those will be properly implemented and those will be working or not. We have to validate. The fourth one is like load testing. So coming to this load testing. So for example, initial days, the Gmail is developed for the 1,000 users. If all these 1,000 users are accessing this, so what is the behavior of the application? How much time it is going to be taking in order to logging into the application? So here we have to understand that. If 20,000 people are accessing this email application at a time, so what is the behavior of the application? How much time it is taking into logging into the application? So the simple example, right? So in a room, so we have 5 people are sitting there and accessing the same internet. That is the Mbps speed, like 20 Mbps speed. So if all these people are accessing, then the speed will be reduced. The performance will be reduced, right? So same like that. So here, so in order to test this, the load testing. So again, we have some different people are there, call it as like performance tester. But in the manual testing, basically what we are going to be testing here, just like whenever I'm clicking on the login, how much time it is taking to load the page like that only. So we are not the responsible for complete load testing. So we have a separate team, the performance testers. So again, that is like a course like 30 days. We need to learn this, the load runner tool. So to do the performance testing. So don't worry on the performance. The fifth one is like usability testing, the user friendliness of the application, how easily the end user is going to be interacting this application. So here, let us consider a small example. You know about that, the iPhone and the Samsung. So which is more user friendly? So here we have to understand that. So which one is more user friendly?
Samsung.
So the Samsung is more user friendly when compared to the iPhone. Why? Because if you want to download any song in iPhone, again here we have to install some iTunes like that. So if the person is not able to easily operate this iPhone when compared to the Samsung. So here, so whenever it is usable or easy to operate by any person, so then they can choose that one or they can purchase this mobile like that. So here, that is the reason. So whenever the Flipkart is developing it, they can understand this. The Flipkart application is useful for the people who are using it. So they can easily purchase this, the application or a product from the Flipkart or not. If it is difficult to buy the product from the Flipkart, right? I can choose the easy one, the easy application, so that any person will easily purchase it. Suppose Samsung, the process is very easy when compared to the Flipkart, right? Most of the people are looking for the Amazon. So like that, here we have to test it. So basically, as a tester, we need to test that the functionalities and the non-functionality. We have to understand that. So here we have to focus on it. So any questions from anyone you can ask. Then how to test it? So till now we discussed about that we have to test this functionalities and non-functionalities. So we can test the functionalities with the help of human resource and man effort. We're going to be call it as like manual testing. The same thing we are going to be tested with the help of some automation tools. We are going to be call it as like the automation testing. So here we are using this. Selenium is an open source tool for doing this automation activities. So this is about that, the basic introduction. So like the the quality, the testing. So what is the need of testing, what to test and how to test it. So today I'm stopping here. Tomorrow we'll discuss about that. The SDLC process, the development activities, how the software will be developed in the real time, who are the people are involved, and what are the roles and responsibilities related to those people. So, anyone is having any queries, you can ask now. So, daily at the end of the session, we will have the time to discuss the queries. So, feel free to ask any questions. Yes, Prakash.
Sir, usability, can you please repeat usability testing?
So usability is just like suppose any software application. So suppose I purchase this, the mobile only, right? So iPhone, if any, suppose like illiterate, so they cannot handle this, the iOS when compared to the Android, or you know about the Gmail application. So I want to send a mail, a scheduled mail at 9 p.m. daily. So I don't know the process how to send this the scheduled mail at 9 p.m. daily the Gmail. But I know the process in Yahoo Mail. So see the process of scheduling the mail in the Gmail is difficult than the Yahoo. Then I will choose this Yahoo Mail only. So there it is easy to schedule that the mail at 9 p.m. That is the meaning of usability. So easy to use it or not, we need to test it. The develop it, the Flipkart, this is easy to access by the person or not, able to purchase the product or not, like that. We need to validate it. So in the market, right, you are purchasing any refrigerator, washing machine. So many options are there nowadays. So you are educated, you know the options. So in your home, some little illiterates are there. They don't know the options, how they are going to be using it. So that is what. So easy to use. Any person will easily able to access this, the software. Like WhatsApp is there, PhonePe is there, Google Pay is there. Which one is easy to send the money? I will prefer that one. Same like that. Here they're developing a software by PhonePe. PhonePe is one application only. That application is easy to send the money to our friends, colleagues through phone number, through account. So there are options. So I can prefer this, the PhonePe. So it is easy to transfer it, send the money like that. So nowadays WhatsApp payment is also there, but most of the people are not using it. So you know that. So that is the reason. So whenever they are developing any application or a software that is easy to use it or not, also they need to test it. If it is difficult, then people are not using it. So if the people are not using it, they won't get any money references like that. So while developing a software, they are checking all these things. That is about that.
I got it. Thank you.
Fine. Anyone is having any questions? So the testing will be very easy. So going forward, we'll discuss the real-time examples. I'll share with my company once. I'll show you all the details. Then that will be help you to crack the interview like that. Okay.
So all the non-functional testing comes under manual testing, or how is it like the functional
Manual testing.
testing?
Manual
Functional part
testing.
comes under functional part comes under the automation, and non-functional comes under manual. Is that like that? Or
See,
is that
here functional we can do manual and automation, but some of the non-functionalities are not going to be automated. So that will be handled by only manual team, manual testing team. Compatibility is different. What is meant by compatibility? See, compatibility in the sense, one software application in your laptop, you have only one browser is there, like Internet Explorer. Or whenever you are applying for any government jobs, they are asking to open Internet Explorer higher versions. Then only the application site, the government websites are opening. So in that case, what you have to do it? So you have to go to the internet, open this Chrome browser or Firefox browser. There you have to fill your details or applying for any job like that. That is the meaning of the compatibility. Compatible, whether that application is compatible or not. So I already said that. So here, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
So here, there is required like 20% of the coding only. So I'll be giving that in the training itself. So here we have one GoToMeeting application is there and Zoom meeting is there for attending the training. The compatible means your laptop will able to access this GoToMeeting or the Zoom meeting or not. And once it is able to access, you are facing any difficulty to use this Zoom meeting or like the GoToMeeting app like that. That is the meaning of compatibility, like usability. That is easy to use it or not. So here like WhatsApp application is there that is compatible with the only 2G mobiles, 3G mobiles or 4G mobiles. Which one it is compatible? So it is compatible with the 4G mobiles. So 3G mobiles also need to be used some third-party tools. We cannot use the 2G mobiles, the WhatsApp application. So that is the meaning of compatibility. That is not compatible with the application. Usability like easy to use it or not. Fine. Any queries from anyone? So if no queries, So I'm stopping here today. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll discuss about this. The SDLC, the development life cycle. So there you'll come to know that. So where the testers are involved, where the developers are involved, what exactly those people are going to be performed it. So I hope you understand it right. So thank you. See you tomorrow. I have another session.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.